Attitudes, beliefs, and behavior. These three terms make up the regular atmosphere for work environment, which we generally known as work culture. Over the last couple of months, there is this new term which is trending in work culture known as quiet quitting, especially in the West. Hello everyone, I am Srivastava and you are watching UPSC Essentials of the Indian Express. And now it's time for Issue at a Glance. Today's issue is the new trend in work culture known as quiet quitting. First, let us know what are we going to learn from this video. What is quiet quitting? Why is quiet quitting happening? Who are the employees quiet quitting? What are the impacts of quiet quitting? So let's begin by knowing what is quiet quitting. Quiet quitting doesn't refer to employees actually leaving their jobs, but instead doing the bare minimum required of them. This could entail leaving work exactly at the end of one's shift, demanding additional pay for extra work, not signing up for ambitious projects, separating one's identity from their jobs, and/or setting clear work-life boundaries. While some acknowledge the option of quiet quitting for their work-life balance, there are others who see this option as lazy or disloyal. While quiet quitters can have their legitimate concerns, but the workplace experts tell us that quiet quitting can have impact on a person's long-term career as well as company's productivity. Now let's come to the question, why is quiet quitting happening? After nearly 2 years of work from home or hybrid culture, work culture has been significantly changed for better or worse. The pandemic introduced many challenges, which led the employees and the employers think on an alternative work culture or work system. Remote work has fueled the quiet quitting movement in several ways. Firstly, it has increased the number of hours employees spend working, thus contributing to increased levels of burnouts. According to a report by Denver University, employees are further burdened by working from home because although some activities become more convenient, work also becomes potentially all-consuming. Secondly, while employees have shown varying levels of productivity for decades, remote work has allowed these employees to slack off unnoticed. Additionally, for some, remote work has introduced novel concepts such as Friday offs, digital meeting, and flexible work hours. After experiencing the benefits of such arrangements, workers may be reluctant to go back to the old way of doing things. Now that many companies are asking their employees to return to the workplace, those employees may react to the lost freedoms by disengaging from their professional responsibilities. The challenges of the pandemic have also contributed to dissatisfaction among employees who believe their managers have little concern for employee welfare. Only 24% of Americans thought their managers have their best interest at heart, according to the Gallup poll released in March 2022. After this, let's know that who are these employees who are quiet quitting. So generally it is seen that while older workers tend to favor the rise and grind mentality, it's the younger workers who are more concerned with balanced lifestyle and are motivated primarily by finances. A survey of resumebuilder.com found that 25% of employees across all age groups said they are doing the bare minimum at work. Among millennials, the number increases to 30%. In comparison, only 8% of workers above the age of 54 reported decreased productivity levels. However, while younger employees are more likely to be quiet quitters and infinitely more likely to advertise that fact online, dissatisfaction is prevalent across the workforce. According to the 2022 Wellness at Work study by Employment Hero, 53% of employees say they feel burnt out from work and 52% rate their work-life balance as poor. Now finally, let's see what are the impacts of quiet quitting on the companies as well as on the employees. Starting with the impact on companies of quiet quitting. Employees acting on their dissatisfaction by being disengaged at work cost the global economy $7.8 trillion in lost productivity according to this year's Gallup State of the Global Workplace report. You must know that with the worries of an impending economic slowdown, productivity levels are a serious concern for the employers. Also, in response to declining overall productivity, companies like Google are signaling that layoffs are imminent. These layoffs are detrimental to both workers and employers, with the cost of laying off one employee being equal to 200% of the employee's salary. Now let's see what is the impact of quiet quitting on the employees. Slacking off at work can cause rifts between employees as some are left to compensate for others. This in turn fuels a toxic workplace culture that could further increase employees' dissatisfaction. Additionally, according to organizational psychologist Ben Granger, staying in a miserable job and putting in the bare minimum could mean giving up the prospect of moving to a better, more fulfilling job. Most concerning for quiet quitters, however, is the prospect of being fired. Employers having an upper hand over workers, quiet quitters or those doing the bare minimum could be the first to go. For minorities, the threat is even more severe. Quiet quitters are also risking their future prospects. With HR services being outsourced and digitalized, underperforming employees could develop a negative reputation that will follow them for the rest of their career. Quiet quitting may prove to be a short-lived sensation, but it stems from real challenges which an employee faces in his everyday life. Please note that in order to ensure that there's a best outcome, there is a need to rethink work culture. We have to recognize the problem and find a solution to it. So that's all at the issue at a glance. Dear aspirants, you know that UPSC Key and UPSC Essentials are the two initiatives of the Indian Express which you can make the best use of for your preparation. Scan the QR code at the end of the video. Subscribe to the Indian Express for more such beneficial videos. All the best for the UPSC mains examination for all those who are attempting this year. Don't forget, think smart, work hard, conquer your goal.